beautiful house. That is exactly what I was thinking. Vaishali Mataji, you have a very beautiful house. We can have a program week after week, month after month, year after year. You know, when we come to a house, the first thing we look at it, इसमें कितने लोग आ सकते हैं. This is the first thing हम लोग सोचते हैं कि ये घर पे प्रोग्राम में कितने लोग एवरी वीक आ सकते हैं. This is the way we think कि ये घर पे कितनी कथा हो सकती है.
Just don't ask me to cook.
कुकिंग की चिंता मत करो. Don't worry.
Cleaning is happy.
Take care.
No problem.
Alright, let's begin. I'll offer a small prayer and then we'll get started.
I'm getting you. But will you
ओम अज्ञानातिरम्रन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितेन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. Louder. हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. So I would like to thank each one of you who have assembled over here today. You could have done so many other things, planned for cricket, and you could have gone outside. You could have done so many other things today, but you have chosen to do something completely different from a normal day-to-day routine. So thank you so much. I would like to thank the host Abhishek Prabhu and Vaishali Mataji for hosting so many people and inviting Lord Damodar into the house. Inviting God into the house and inviting God into the heart is the purpose of life. दिवाली का मतलब क्या है? When Lord Ramchandra comes back to Ayodhya, that is Diwali. Similarly, when we invite Lord to come and stay in our heart, that is the perfection of the human form of life. So today, what we will do, we will discuss few things from Bhagavad Gita, how the teachings of Bhagavad Gita can be applied into a day-to-day life. Because we have heard about Bhagavad Gita many times, but we have never opened it, never read it, and never applied it. At least for myself, I can tell you, I heard Bhagavad Gita only in Bollywood movies. Gita pe haath rake kasam khane ka. And that's all my knowledge of Bhagavad Gita was before I came in touch with Bhagavad Gita. So, Haribol, if kids can be...
It's your job.
Okay. So today we have two important events from a spiritual perspective. One is invitation of Lord Damodar at the house, and second is inviting Srimad Bhagavatam in the house. When Krishna manifests in the form of wood, it is called Lord Jagannath. When Krishna manifests in the form of a stone, it is called the deity of Krishna. When Krishna manifests as a mountain, it is called Lord Govardhan. When Krishna manifests as a person, he is called Sri Guru. When Krishna manifests in the form of water, he is called Ganga or Yamuna. When Krishna manifests in the form of a plant or a tree, it is called Tulsi Ji. When Krishna manifests in the form of a sound, it is called the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And when Krishna manifests in the form of a book, it is called Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam. So there is no difference between the Lord and the book of the Lord. There is no difference between the personal form of the Lord and the sound vibration of the Lord. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto Abhinnat Nama Naminam. Abhinnat Nama Naminam. That means there is no difference between Nam and Nami. There is no difference between the form of the Lord and the book of the Lord. There is no difference between the form of the Lord and the photograph of the Lord. This requires little faith. And faith comes from association. Ado Shraddha, Tato Sadhu Sangha, Tato Bhajana Kriya. And then comes the various stages of Bhakti. So the first thing, we need to have some faith. And when you have some little faith, then what happens? We associate with people. Ado Shraddha, Tato Sadhu Sangha. And then comes Bhajana Kriya. Most of the time people don't do any bhajan. Why? Because they don't associate. We are from IT background. Ankur Prabhu, Dilip Prabhu, myself, a lot of people are from IT. This is called reverse mapping. Why don't we do bhajan? Because we don't associate with Sadhu Sangha. Why don't we associate with Sadhu Sangha? Because we don't have Shraddha, that is faith. Am I right? So when we associate with like-minded people, Sang vaisa Rang. An vaisa Man. So if we associate with the right people in life, automatically our consciousness will be in a different form, different mode. So the most important thing is to have little faith and then Sadhu Sangha. But let's understand why have we gathered over here from a Damodar Lord perspective. So we have 12 months in a year. Out of 12 months, the 4 months of Chaturmas are the most important months of the year. Out of the 4 months, the month of Kartik or Lord Damodar is the most powerful and most important month for devotees. Why? The first Damodar month ka meaning is when Diwali, the day of Diwali and the Lord's performance of Lord Damodar Leela happened on the same day. This whole month has many wonderful pastimes and Leelas of the Lord, like Govardhan Puja. Like there are many, I don't want to go into detail or else we just digress. But for our understanding, this month of Lord Damodar is the most auspicious. Why? Because once, I'll tell you the story and then we'll understand why it is important and how we can derive something out of this. Are we all ready for a story?
Yeah.
Yes? Story is always good, right? So Krishna, the naughty Krishna, he was being fed by Mother Yashoda. And while Mother Yashoda was feeding Lord Krishna, Mother Yashoda was boiling the milk in parallel in the kitchen. Mother Yashoda was boiling the milk. While Mother Yashoda was feeding, Mother Yashoda का दिमाग एकदम आया कि यार मैंने दूध रखा है स्टव पे, let me go and switch it off because the milk started boiling. So the moment the milk started boiling, Mother Yashoda put Krishna on the floor and ran towards the kitchen to switch off the gas stove. Little Krishna, the naughty Krishna, felt offended. कि मुझे छोड़ के दूध के बचाने के लिए गए. So naughty Krishna ran across the house and he started breaking the pots of butter and he started giving that butter to the monkeys, to his friends, and he started doing all naughty things. When Mother Yashoda came back, when she saw this, she thought, let me punish Krishna. Can anybody punish Krishna? No. Only the love of mother can punish Krishna. So Mother Yashoda ran behind Krishna. Mother Yashoda ran behind Lord Krishna to tie Krishna so that he doesn't do this naughty activities. Behold, whenever Mother Yashoda wanted to tie Krishna to a wooden motor grinding, every time Mother Yashoda started binding Krishna, the rope from which she was binding Lord Krishna was 2 fingers short. Every time. And she got all the ropes. She got all the ropes from Nandagram and everywhere. But every time the rope was only 2 fingers short. And our acharyas give a beautiful purport. Why only 2 fingers short? The first finger represents our effort. what is our effort to come towards God? हमने आज तक कितनी मेहनत की है भगवान के पास आने में? That is the first finger. And the second finger represents the mercy of the Lord. Without the mercy of the Lord, even a plant or a leaf cannot move. ये सुना है ना कई बार, एक पत्ता भी नहीं हिल पाता भगवान की कृपा ना हो तो. So this two finger shot represents effort and what is the second finger? Mercy. Who wants mercy? Please raise your hands. Be honest with yourself. Now please raise your hand. How many of us are putting an effort to get the mercy? Very few. Thank you. If we put effort towards going to the Lord, then we get mercy. But if we are independent, I want to do my way, then can we get mercy? No, we cannot get mercy. So the whole Leela is about how a devotee can put his effort and how Krishna will reciprocate unlimitedly. So in this month, even offering a Deepdaan, just offering a candle to Lord Krishna, millions of lives of sin just gets eradicated just by offering a lamb. Now we may not have faith, we may think aisa kaisa ho sakta hai, but the bushfire which happens, just a match, just a spark is enough to burn the whole forest. Yes or no? Just a spark is enough to burn the whole forest. Similarly, just by offering a Deepdaan to Lord Krishna, the sins which we have committed for many lifetimes gets eradicated just by offering a lamb. So towards the end, we will have some special devotees over here to perform a kirtan, and we will do Damodarashtakam, and all of us will offer a lamb to Lord Krishna. Is that okay? Done. Now we spoke about Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita is a complete book. Oh, more books are coming. It's a complete book. Right. What is the difference between complete and finish? If you have a perfect partner, your life is complete. And if you have a wrong partner, your life is finished. Simple enough.
He has a better answer.
Let me finish that and then you can answer add more. But if your right partner finds you with a wrong partner, your life is completely finished. Can you beat this answer, Vikrant Prabhu? So, Bhagavatam is a complete book. Bhagavad Gita is a complete book. But our life cannot be complete unless we read complete books. You know, in a family, when parents or with husband and wife, when they don't have kids, they feel the family is not complete. Correct? बच्चों के बिना घर अधूरा लगता है. Similarly, मनुष्य के जीवन में जब तक भक्ति ना हो, that can be Quran, that can be Bible, that can be Bhagavad Gita, that life is incomplete. And incomplete life is completely finished life. We may be living, but we are not following the complete life. So, today, it's a very auspicious day that Abhishek Prabhu and Vishali Mataji has invited Srimad Bhagavatam at their house. By reading complete book, the life changes. Who knows the name of a lady who became a billionaire by writing a book? Who said that? J.K. Rowling, thank you. Just by writing books, she became a billionaire. Who knows a person by selling books who became a billionaire? Jeff Bezos, thank you. Amazon, please give a round of applause to our host. J.K. Rowling, just by writing books, she became a billionaire. Just by selling books, Jeff Bezos at Amazon. And just by reading books, who became a billionaire? Warren Buffett. Thank you, Chinmay Prabhu. Warren Buffett. Just by reading books, he became a billionaire. Do you know Warren Buffett? He still uses a very old mobile phone. He uses a very old car. He lives in a very old house. His focus is so much on reading. Simple life, high thinking. Simple life and high thinking. This is Warren Buffett. Narayan Murthy. Same. Narayan Murthy reads 3 to 4 hours a day. Every day, 3 to 4 hours a day. So reading and having the right books in the life can change a life. The two most important days in anybody's life, and we were discussing this the other day with Abhishek Prabhu. The two most important days of your life is a day when you are born and the day you know why have you taken a birth. Taking a birth, it is beyond our control. We were given a birth because of a previous karma. But why have we taken a birth? The day you find out the purpose of your life, it is the most important day of the life. How many of you have a very clear purpose in life? Absolutely picture clear. This is my purpose of life till the end breath of the life. I was just sharing this other day. I came in 1999 to Australia. And when I came for degree. The moment you have a degree in life, then what do you want? Naukri. Degree, naukri, and उसके बाद क्या चाहिए? Chokri. A girl in your life. And then I thought, what is the purpose? यही है क्या? Is it degree, naukri, chokri, बच्चे, घर बनाओ? Is this what the goal of life is? Is this the purpose of life? Or there's something higher to this? एक घर बनाओ, दो घर बनाओ, बड़ी गाड़ी लो, हॉलिडे पे जाओ, वापस आओ, सब छोड़ के मर जाओ और वापस शुरू करो, शुरू से शुरू करो. Is this the purpose of life or there's something higher than this? In Vedic culture is very clear. In Vedic culture, if wealth is lost, nothing is lost. If health is lost, something is lost. But if character is lost, everything is lost. This is Vedic culture. Now look at the present generation. If character is lost, nothing is lost. If health is lost, something is lost. But if wealth is lost, loudly. If wealth is lost, everything is lost. It's complete opposite, isn't it? पुराने ज़माने में character was important, and now caliber is important. I keep saying again and again, material education gives you caliber, but spiritual education gives you character. And both are important. It is not that material education is not important. But without just having caliber in life and having no character in life, that will not help. And only having a character in life and having no caliber, again that will not help. So spirituality means having the right balance between material and spiritual life. Is this making sense? It is the right balance. How can we balance something in the right way? Even just driving a car from point A to point B, we have to hold the steering wheel, right? Can we leave the steering wheel? Can it go by itself? Unless you have an automatic car. उसमें भी कितने problem होते हैं. So our life is not on an auto mode. We have to constantly balance. Just when we drive, you have to constantly balance. Just the other day, a very good friend of mine came to my house to give something. Shashi Prabhu की बात कर रहा हूँ. He just left outside the house. घर के बाहर गए, and he forgot to check on the left, and he met with a terrible accident just outside my house. I live in Albert Park. It's not a 100 zone. His car got right off, and the second car who collided, it was Swarup Shakti Mataji. So two devotees cars got written off in 1 second, just because of blind spot. देखा नहीं left पे क्या है? Accident हुआ. दोनों की गाड़ी right off. Now, how many times in our life we have not checked things in the right way? गाड़ी चलाने में लेफ्ट राइट देखते रहते हैं लोग।
Mom, what is the chips the
So गाड़ी चलाने में we look at left and right, but जीवन जीने में are we looking at left and right? When we just drive the car, how careful we are. लेफ्ट देखते हैं, राइट देखते हैं, पीछे देखते हैं, आगे देखते हैं, हर जगह देख के गाड़ी चलाते हैं। और जब जीवन जीते हैं, where is our focus? Where is our focus when we are living our life? I was sharing this the other day. Life is a journey between birth and death. Life is a journey between birth and death. Between B and D, what is the letter? C, and the C represents choices. What choice do we make? हम जीवन में what choice do we make? And typically people make 5 choices. They spend most of their life in this 5 C's, and if you disagree, you let me know. The first C is celebrities. Second C is cricket. Third C is coins. Fourth C is crime. And the fifth C is climate. Who remembers the 5 C's? Let's have a quick test. What is the first C? Celebrity. Second C? Cricket. Third C? Coins. Fourth C? Crime. And fifth C? Climate. लगभग 70 to 80 to 90% जिंदगी हमारी इसी के पीछे घूमती है. Yes or no? Be honest. No. Some people are exception. There will always be exception. Right? They are called pure devotees होते हैं, भक्त होते हैं. That is fine. But majority of the time coins पैसे कमाने में जाती है जिंदगी. पैसे कमाने के बाद उड़ाने में जाती है. उड़ाते कैसे? Movies देखते हैं. We go for outings. Right? Celebrities में, that is movies, or we watch cricket, or we watch some sports, and we talk about climate. बहुत गर्मी है, बहुत ठंड है. We spend time in this. But what is the choice which we have made? Very important. See, the Ramayana teaches us how to lead life. Ramayana teaches us how to lead life. Mahabharata teaches us how to live life. And Srimad Bhagavatam teaches us how to live life. जीवन कैसा छोड़ा जा सकता है. Everybody has to live life, right? Everybody has to lead a life. Everybody has to live a life, and everybody has to live life. So what are the 3 L's? Quickly. Lead, live, leave. जीवन जिया कैसा जाता है और जीवन छोड़ा कैसा जा सकता है. But if we don't know how to lead a life, which is what Ramayana teaches us, we cannot live a life which Mahabharata teaches us. हम लीड नहीं कर सकते, लीव नहीं कर सकते, तो जीवन कैसा छोड़ा जाता है वो पता ही नहीं चलेगा. We will not have an understanding how to live a life, live a life. How to live a life. The whole Srimad Bhagavatam, I'll just give you a quick narrative of Srimad Bhagavatam. How many of you heard Srimad Bhagavatam before today? Just be honest. Okay, very few. Okay, 80%. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam is an amazing literature. Srimad Bhagavatam starts with 2 questions. There's a saint called Sukdev Goswami, and there's a person called Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj is the grandson of Arjun. He was given a curse by a small Brahmana boy that you will die in 7 days. आपकी मृत्यु 7 दिन में है. And Parikshit Maharaj goes to Sukdev Goswami and asks 2 questions. What is the purpose of a person when he's alive? And what is the duty of a person when he's leaving his body? What are the 2 questions? What is the purpose of a person when he's alive? जब मैं जी रहा हूं तो मेरा कर्तव्य क्या है? What is my duty? And when I have to leave my life, what is my duty at the time of death? These 2 questions got elaborated into 18,000 verses. 18 1000 verses has taken for Sukhdev Goswami to explain Parikshit Maharaj about how to live life and how to leave life. This book is absolutely, any page and every page of Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita will help us in either two things. how जीवन जिया कैसा जाता है और जीवन छोड़ा कैसा जाता है. I keep saying many times, a devotee's life should be focused on how to make wealth now and how to take wealth after death. How to take something with us. We have many types of insurance, right? We have wealth insurance, we have credit card insurance, we have health insurance, we have travel insurance, house insurance, car insurance. How many of you over here have an insurance, post-death insurance? मरने के बाद का इंश्योरेंस कितने लोगों के पास है? Anybody has post-death insurance? Why not? हम जब जी रहे हैं तो we are trying to protect things. Like I've got a car insurance, house insurance. So we are trying to protect. But मैंने पूरी जिंदगी में इतनी मेहनत करके 2 घर 4 घर बनाए, 2 गाड़ी 6 गाड़ी ली. How can I take something with me? उसका इंश्योरेंस क्यों नहीं लेते हम लोग? Any answers? While have a sip of water.
Can't take anything.
You can't take anything with us, okay? What else?
मिलती नहीं है, मिले तो वो भी ले लो.
Okay, insurance मिलती नहीं है, अगर मिलते तो ले लेते हैं. Can't, insurance is not available. Okay, what else?
I think we earn insurance via karma. So
We earn insurance via karma.
and that's what pays after.
Okay, that was pays after. Very good. There's no wrong answers. And let's have a dialogue. I don't want to have this a monologue session कि मैं बैठ के कुछ बातें कर रहा हूँ. No, let's have a dialogue and understand. इतनी मेहनत करते हैं हम लोग, दिन रात जीवन दे देते हैं, और 1 सेकंड में सब अपने पास से लिया जाता है. 1 second, all the health, all the wealth, all the beauty, all the fame, all the name gets taken away in 1 second. An intelligent person thinks, how can I take something with me? I don't want to leave it behind. पूरी जिंदगी की मेहनत है. जिंदगी के साथ भी, जिंदगी के बाद भी. ये किसने बोला है? LIC पॉलिसी. This is LIC पॉलिसी. जिंदगी के साथ भी और जिंदगी के बाद भी. So an intelligent person thinks, I want to insure things for my life, which is important. But how can I take something with me post-death plan? How can I take things with me after this life? This is intelligence. And Krishna guarantees this. Right in the 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Swalpa api apyasya dharmasya. It says swalpa means little. Little effort you do in bhakti, that remains your eternal asset. That remains your eternal asset. So if I have done engineering in this life, I take another birth in Melbourne and I go to Monash University or Melbourne University and say, okay, last life mein na, I was an engineer, can I do masters now? What will Monash University say? Asayenge na? Like all of you are laughing. Pagal aadmi hai kya? You have done engineering in the previous life. Now you have to do A, B, C, D, go to year 5, go to year 10, year 12, and then come. But Krishna is so merciful. He's so merciful that whatever we do in bhakti, he says this is yours eternally. That is your eternally. So you do 15%, 20%, 90% in the next life. You start from 91%. You finish 50%, you start from 51%. This is post-life insurance. Krishna is giving this. But most of us, we don't know about it. जैसे आपने बताया कि नहीं होता है, आपने बताया कि होते हैं तो लेते.
वो तो दुनिया जो मिलता है वो देखती और ले लेती है. बेचने वाले में ताकत बहुत है.
बेचने वाले में ताकत है, खरीदने वाले के पास पैसे नहीं है. तो
भीड़ चाल है, ये सारी भीड़ चाल है. जो लाइफ हम देख रहे हैं ना, वो कर रहा है, why not me? तो हम सब एक दूसरे को फॉलो कर रहे हैं.
Yes, show and tell.
जो बातें आप कह रहे हैं ना कि कुछ साथ नहीं जाना, हम सबको पता है. हमने अपने पिता को जाते देखा, माता को देखा, हमें भी ये सारी बातें पता है. We know those things.
Yes.
पर उसके बाद चेंज क्यों नहीं आ रहा? इस एनवायरनमेंट में हम रह रहे हैं, उसी का हिस्सा बन जाते हैं.
चेंज हमारे में क्यों नहीं आ रहा? बिकॉज हम चेंज होना नहीं चाहते.
environmental influence and media.
It is a choice what we make. Nobody is pushing you what to do. Nobody has told you to come here. You made a choice to come here. You could have done so many things. Last Sunday क्या करते थे? 2 Sundays before what were you doing? 5 Sundays before what were you doing? You made a choice to come here. You could have gone to Chadston or you could have done something else. So life is about choice. It is not forced upon us. Spiritual life is a management of minute independence. Spiritual life is a management of minute independence. All of us has a free will. सबके पास अधिकार है कि क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना है. What are we doing about it? How are we using it? That is more important. That is more important. Right? And Krishna says this. Krishna says this very clearly in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, if you want to be peace, if you want to have peace in your life, you have to do 3 things. We'll talk about the peace formula. How many of you would like to have peace in your life? Be honest. Jai, most of you. How many of you would like to be successful in life or would you like to be happy in life? You have 2 choices. You be successful in life or you want to be happy in life. Happy? Raise your hands if you want to be happy in life. Jai. Raise your hands if you want to be successful in life. This is material success. 1, 2.
वो भी important है.
Thank you. 3. Thank you, Prabhu. Right? So happiness is more important than success. This is majority is what I'm seeing over here. And Krishna gives a peace formula in Bhagavad Gita. And we will discuss this peace formula in the next 10-15 minutes and then we can stop there. Haribol, you can call Yogeshwar Guru if you want to. So Krishna says, if you want to have peace formula, there are 3 A's. 3 A's yaad rakhna. First, adjust your expectation. Adjust your expectation. All the problems in life comes from expectation. Where there's expectation, there's an attachment. And where there's attachment comes frustration. So first thing Krishna says in 5th chapter 29th verse, adjust your expectation. The moment you adjust your expectation, things starts becoming more easier. It becomes more clearer. If the expectations are too high, then we can never be happy in that relationship. Because I can't speak proper Hindi. Apeksha bolte na? What is the right? Apeksha. My expectation is far higher than what I want from you. And you can't deliver that. We are project managers, Dilip Prabhu, myself, IT mein. There's expectation. Oh, Ankur Prabhu. We are always worrying and fighting against expectation. This is the delivery date. We have to do this by this date. Always running around an expectation of client. Right? So first thing, if you want to be happy in life, Krishna says, adjust your expectation. Second thing Krishna mentions is accept your situation. Accept your situation. Wherever you are, whatever you are in current situation, the moment we start accepting it, Amir Khan says, क्या होता है? All is well, all is well, all is well. झेलने की ताकत मिल जाती है. The situation will not change, the circumstances will not change, but your vision of looking at the current situation, current circumstances will immediately change. मानते हो या नहीं मानते हो? So what is the first formula?
Adjust your expectation.
Thank you. Adjust your expectation. What is the second?
Accept.
Accept your situation. Accept your situation. And third is the most important. Most important. Aspire for connection. Aspire for connection. In life, who do we connect most to? Apart from Google. Family. Yes. Who do we most connect to? Thank you, family. Yes, what is the right? There is no wrong answer. Who do we most connect to? Only family? Like-minded people. Thank you. We connect to like-minded people. Who else do we want to connect to? to God, but we, okay, that's a perfect answer. Who are we aspiring to connect to? We may be connecting to family, we may be connecting to like-minded people, as Vikrant Prabhu mentioned, but is that aspiration giving us what we require? No. Once, this is a real story, huh? Once, there was a football match. And a small young boy went and asked an elderly person, ये फुटबॉल की मैच में ये गेंद की क्या गलती है? ये फुटबॉल की मैच में ये गेंद की क्या गलती है? The ball has been kicked around from one corner to another corner, from one place to another place. The ball is being kicked. And the old gentleman gave a beautiful answer. He said, the गेंद की ये गलती है कि ये गेंद अंदर से खाली है. ये गेंद की ये गलती है कि गेंद अंदर से खाली है. Beautiful, very heart touching answer, no? Very philosophical answer. Can you kick a ball which is full inside? पैर टूट जाएंगे. Right? You cannot kick a ball which is full of something inside. But that old gentleman gave a beautiful answer. ये गेंद अंदर से खाली है. So when we are empty inside, then we will be kicked around from one pole to another pole, from one player to another player. That can be from family, from friends, from work, from many people will keep kicking us. But if we are full inside, then nothing can change us. Is this making sense? So what are the 3 A's which we spoke about, which Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita? Who remembers? Adjust your expectation. Second, accept your situation. Thank you, Nidhi Mataji. Aspire for connection. Where are we connecting every day to? To whom do we connect every day to? Apart from family, friends, work, do we have a higher connection in life? Sometimes we connect. There's a lot of. We connect with ourselves only. Yes, it is good. That is called deep introspection, mananam. Connecting to yourself is very important. I was speaking about this last week somewhere else. There's a book called Power of Pause. Power of Pause. And when we don't pause, this is what happens. When we don't pause in life, this is what happens. We are all over the place. We cannot hear internal voice. I can't hear many people. There's a lot of external voice. There's a beautiful book called Power of Pause and Power of Now. I urge everybody, if you can get hold of this book and read. बहुत अच्छे book है. We have, yes Prabhu, Savar Prabhu.
प्रभु जी आपने जो स्टोरी बोली कि इस गेम की क्या गलती है, just I am connected, but in that ball, that air is already there, but same like as in data, that is null data and that blank data. But what data it should be in there in ball, that time we cannot break it. But air is not. That's why. Just I am thinking of it. कि सेम हमारे जो डेटा हमारा अगर किसी टेबल में है तो इफ डेटा दैट डेटा इज यूजफुल बट इफ इट इज नल बट द डेटा इज देयर बट नॉट एनी यूजफुल डेटा बट इफ इट इज ब्लैंक दैट टाइम डेटा इज नॉट देयर वी कैन नॉट से
सो हवा है अपने में भी हवा है
करेक्ट
राइट द बॉडी हैज 70 to 80% air and water, right? The point I was trying to make is, what is the tattva? What is the substance behind it? What substance do we carry in our consciousness? That is the message.
That is the difference between that person's इसके अंदर क्या डेटा है?
Correct.
That will be make as a differentiate.
So this is very, very important. Who are we aspiring to connect to, and how often do we connect? As Nidhi Mataji mentioned, we connect to ourselves. But is there something higher than ourselves? Are we connecting to that? And if yes, how often do we connect? That's a deep question. हम सोचते नहीं भागा भागी में पड़े रहते हैं. I was hearing a lecture and that person was saying we have changed from human being to human doing. We have changed our consciousness from human being to human doing. काम कर रहे हैं, भागा भागी, but we don't take a pause and understand कि what is there something higher than this? We're not telling people to stop, but we're telling people to aspire for higher connection, and this connection only comes from association of like-minded people, as Vikrant Prabhu said. Not only like-minded, but more importantly, right-minded. Like-minded का क्या होता है? चंगू और मंगू दोनों गए पब में. That is like-minded. उसे भी दारू पीना, मुझे भी पीना. That is चंगू and मंगू. That is like-minded. But we want to connect to right-minded people. Right-minded क्या होता है? Who can help us to connect to something higher, right? And with this, I'll tell you a story, and then perhaps we can stop over there. This is a very beautiful story because we spoke about connection and we spoke about association, right? Sang vaisa rang. Similarly, when we speak about association, Narad Muni asked Krishna. All of you may know Narad Muni, right? The transcendental spaceman. He goes from one space to another space, right?
Multiverse.
Huh?
Travels multiverse.
Correct. He travels in multi-universes. So Narad Muni is asking Krishna, what is the value of association? So Krishna says, Narad Muni, go to this Goshala, और वहाँ पे एक छोटा worm है. Worm तो जानते हो ना, छोटा कीड़ा है. Just go and say Hare Krishna to him. Is that all? So Narad Muni goes. He goes and sees the worm and he says Hare Krishna, and the worm dies. And then Narad Muni goes back to Krishna. He said, I asked you a question, what is the value of association? I said Hare Krishna to this worm, and the worm died. I didn't get my answer. Okay, so Krishna, now what do I do? So Krishna says, go to this Goshala, and there's a calf born over there, new calf, and just go and say Hare Krishna to that calf. And then Narad Muni got very worried. If I say Hare Krishna, what will happen? Obviously. So Narad Muni goes over there. He saw the young calf and he said Hare Krishna, and calf died. And Narad Muni got very, very worried. I killed a worm. My association killed a calf. He goes back to Krishna and says, Krishna, I asked you what is the value of association. And by my giving association to these two people, दोनों की मृत्यु हो गई. He said, don't worry. Go to this kingdom and go and see a prince who had just taken a birth. Narad Muni, order of Krishna, he goes with a lot of heavy heart. And he sees the prince and he says, Hare Krishna. And guess what? He didn't die. But the prince said, thank you, Narad Muni. The prince said, thank you, Narad Muni, because from your association, I came from worm to a calf. And your association has taken me from a calf to a prince. This is the value of association. हम किसके साथ संग करते हैं? Who are we associating? I was giving a class last week in Fairfield. Completely new family. I never met them. They invited us. We went over there. And the Prabhuji said, Prabhuji, आप जो बोल रहे हो ना सब सही है. लेकिन मैं मानता हूँ कि भगवान तो दिल में है. What did he say? भगवान तो? How many of you have heard this कि भगवान दिल में है? Be honest. I told him immediately, if your wife tells you, खाना तो दिमाग में है, तो पेट भरेगा? He said, क्या बात करते हो प्रभु जी? खाना दिमाग में तो पेट कैसा भरेगा? I said, similarly, just by thinking about food, you cannot have a full belly. Just by having God in your heart, that doesn't make you a devotee. Devotee means practice. If you love someone, there's an action required. If the husband loves wife, there's an action required. If a wife loves her husband, there's a service required, there's an action required. Similarly, Bhakti means loving devotional service. भगवान दिल में तो सबके है, नॉट आपके दिल में, एक छोटी चींटी के दिल में भी है. Because Krishna, God, as super soul, as Paramatma, is in everybody's heart. That doesn't make you any different from who you are. How are we connecting to Him? That is important. The second question I asked, and then he said, प्रभु जी आप जो बोलते हो ना सब सही है, but I don't force this on my kids, हाँ? क्या बोलते हैं? I don't force this on my kids. उनके जब मन में आएगा ना, वो अपना अपना पाथ सिलेक्ट कर लेंगे. हम मॉडर्न जमाने में है. I don't like to push my kids. ये सुना है आपने?
गार्डियंस चाहिए, पेरेंट्स चाहिए.
I come, yes. I said, how old are your kids? So he had 3 kids, 8, 10 and 4. I said, your 8 and 10 year go to school? He said, yes. आपने स्कूल भिजवाया ये वो अपने आप स्कूल गए. आपने स्कूल भिजवाया ये अपने आप स्कूल गए. He said, हमने भिजवाया. I said, क्यों? You could have just told them to go by themselves ना. जब मूड आता, जब मन चलता, तो you could have sent your kids for material education. So if material education, parents, we request, we push our kids in the right direction, but when it comes for spirituality, we completely tell के उनके जब मन में आएगा तब, क्योंकि अपने मन में नहीं आया है. If we have it, we can give it to someone. If I don't have it, I can't give it to you. What something I don't have it, isn't it? अगर मेरे पास जो चीज नहीं है, तो मैं दे ही नहीं सकता. Similarly, most of the time, people are bereft of this knowledge of spirituality. Hence, they don't focus on it. But by having the right sadhu sangha, by having the right association of devotees, this can be fired up. This can be fired up. So life is very, very beautiful, right? Krishna says again in Bhagavad Gita that life is a beautiful life. Today it's a beautiful day, na? थोड़ा धूप आती है तो सब लोग क्या बोलते हैं? Beautiful day, good morning, beautiful day. So life is very, very beautiful. We spoke about 5 C's. Who remembers the 5 C's? Celebrity, cricket, coins, climb, and climb. And now we will speak about the last 5 C's before we close. Life is very beautiful, devotees. A beautiful life is a life of character. Beautiful life is a life of beautiful company. Beautiful life is life of beautiful contribution. Beautiful life is a life of beautiful culture. And beautiful life is a life of beautiful connection. Beautiful connection. So what are the 5 C's now? Test. Connection. Culture. Contribution. Character. And company. These are the 5 C's. If you want to make your life beautiful, inside and outside, then these are the 5 essential C's. So I'll just quickly summarize what we spoke. Life is a beautiful journey between birth and death. Between birth and death we have C. C is a choice. We can have a choice of the 5 C's of cricket, celebrity, crime, coins, and climate. We don't say mat karo. We are not saying don't do that. But if you want to take it to the next level, then we want to have a life which has a beautiful character,
As a company.
has good company, good contribution, good culture, and good connection. In life, are you takers or are you givers? We spoke about this in Bhakti Viksha also, right? Are we takers or are we givers? Are we contributing something or are we just taking something? What we have today is a gift from God, but what we give is a gift to Lord. What we have every second, अपने पास जो चीज है वो भगवान की देन है. हम देन को लेके रख रहे हैं और वापस कुछ दे भी रहे हैं. How are we contributing to the society? How are we contributing to a family? Is it just material contribution or can we have some spiritual contribution? And to have this understanding, satsang is the most important. Unless you don't have a satsang, you can come over here once in a year, once in 6 months. You can come to temple once a year, once in 6 months, and सब भूल जाएंगे. So for what we have done in Melbourne and many parts of the world, we have regular satsang classes. We have a class in Oakley, we have a class in Cranbourne, we have a class in Euston. There are 35 weekly programs which happens in Melbourne every Friday and Saturday nights. So I keep saying, जो बीवी से करे प्यार, वो प्रेस्टीज को कैसे करे इनकार. जो बीवी से करे प्यार, वो प्रेस्टीज को कैसे करे इनकार. So if you love your family, please get connected to something higher. Of course, everybody loves family. I'm not against it. But what extra can we give it to them? What extra? I used to work in a company called Telstra. And Telstra में क्या होता था? Every 3 months we have to do our own review. है ना? PDR, right? उसमें होता था कि meet expectation, exceed expectation or below expectation. ये 3 grading होती. Below expectation, meet expectation and exceed expectation. So when we are running a family, रोटी कपड़ा मकान मतलब कुत्ते बिल्ली भी दे देते हैं. We may have 1 investment property, 2 investment properties or 4 investment property, उसमें पसीना निकल जाता है. कुत्ते बिल्ली चिड़ियों के पास हर झाड़, every tree is an investment property for a bird. They are more wealthier than us, more happier than us. हम लोग एक घर बड़ा करते हैं, वो सोचते हैं कि घर ले लिया. No. So this is met expectation. रोटी कपड़ा मकान फैमिली को देना, it is met expectation. Exceed expectation means giving a beautiful life, which is beautiful culture, beautiful company, beautiful contribution, beautiful connection. This is exceed expectation. And now we have a choice. Would you like to be in met expectation or below expectation or exceed expectation? So we'll stop over here. If there are any questions, comments, corrections, we can take your questions. Can you call Yogeshwar Pro? How far is it? 15 minutes. So we have 15 minutes. I can keep on talking and talking and talking, and you can keep snoring and snoring and snoring. Now, you have been very well. I would like to thank each one of you for paying rapt attention, contributing to what we were discussing. It was not a one way. Any questions, comments? Yes, Saurabh Prabhuji.
We talked about regarding success and happiness. So just I want to understand what is the exact meaning.
Yeah. Krishna explained success in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Success means something which you have and you're not worried about losing it. I repeat. Success, Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita, success is that which you have but you're not worried about losing it. In life we see the more the wealth, the more you want to make. The more the health, the more you want to make. The more you have, the more you want. But Krishna, directly opposite, he says, success means what you have, you're not worried about losing it. Why? Why did Krishna say this? Because unless we understand nothing belongs to me, nothing belongs to me, we cannot have success in life. We will always be worried, we will always be paranoid, we will always be in anxiety, we will always be in fear. So success, people, दुनिया का success का मतलब क्या है? बड़ा घर है, बड़ी गाड़ी है, and you are successful. Because we think unless you don't have these things, you're not successful. But Krishna's definition of success is internal, not external. I spoke this in a previous discussion as well. If you say a lie loud enough and long enough, please pay careful attention to this. If you say a lie loud enough and long enough, that lie becomes a truth. A truth which is existing for a long time, that becomes a culture. And the culture which has been followed for a long generations, it becomes a tradition. So a tradition which is based on a culture, which is based on truth, which is based on a lie. जीवन में तो कितने lie सुने. If you don't get married by certain age, you're a failure. If you don't get a job by certain age, you're a failure. If you don't score a certain mark in BCE, you're a failure. If you don't have this amount of money in your life, you're a failure. ऐसा सुना है ना? And we're constantly under pressure. Why? Because we are following a tradition which is based on a culture, which is based on a truth, which started from a lie. And the definition of happiness and success which Krishna gives in Bhagavad Gita is completely different. So read 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita.
But as per my understanding and analysis, that success is as a journey.
Yes.
We cannot say that today I am successful person. Even Mukesh Ambani cannot be said that I am successful person. It's a journey. We cannot say in one single day after some achievements that today I am successful. Because we need to success is a journey.
Where does it stop?
It doesn't stop. Same like as.
Now I'm asking the question, where does the journey stop? Never.
Never. Yeah.
So a journey which has no end cannot have a definition which is defined. Last breath तक भी अगर journey में ही हो तो पहुंचोगे कब?
That's
Understand, Prabhuji. Take a deep breath and understand. Of course, every person in this room, there are 80 to 100 people, and they will have a different definition of success. And we can sit over here till the cows come home. We can sit over here till the ocean is boiled, and everyone will have their own definition. देखा और एक definition आ गया ना? जितने मुंह उतनी बातें.
definition.
कृष्णा जी क्या बोलते हैं? What we speak over here is प्रमाण. What we speak over here is प्रमाण. कि भगवान क्या बोलते हैं? मेरी बोलने की क्या कीमत है? Yeah, I'll tell you something today, tomorrow I'll tell you something else. मेरा mood change हो गया. I'll tell you something else. What we want to know is what is absolute, not relative. There's a difference between absolute truth and relative truth, right? Relative truth is everybody will have their own opinion of success. I passed in BC, I'm very successful because my focus in that next 6 months or 3 months was passing BC. You ask a BC student, ask someone who has just got married, getting a first house is a success. But the definition of Krishna for success is on the level of soul, not the body. Understand? The fundamental difference is, are you a body or a soul? Soul. We look at success on a bodily platform or a soul platform. Be honest. Thank you. Our definition of success is on a bodily platform. ये कितना खूबसूरत है. How handsome he is, how beautiful she is. How many properties does she have, how intelligent is. That is all on a bodily platform. But we are not this body. The first understanding of spirituality starts, okay, you are not this body, you are a spirit soul. So when Krishna is giving a definition of success, he is giving a definition on the basis of Atma, not Sharir. The body is made up of pus, stool, urine, blood, bones. उसका क्या success और क्या failure? Who cares? है ना? So this is the vision of a learned person.
The body के through it the soul मिलती है ना.
Absolutely.
Body में soul नहीं.
Yes.
वो pus pain वो भी बहुत painful होती है. जो
Absolutely. So we don't ignore the body. Krishna says in the 6th chapter, 17th verse, Yukta harasya viharasya yukta cheta sukharmasu. So looking after body is very important. We use this body as a vehicle to connect to God. So we are not ignoring the body. Body is the most important thing. Between sadhana and health, what is more important? Health. Thank you. Between sadhana and health, health is more important. But after health, if we miss the sadhana connection, we are looking after the body, but ये जो शरीर मिला है मनुष्य का, वो अगर भगवान की भक्ति में यूज नहीं कर रहे, then धर्मो ही है ना पशु भी समाना. We are just wasting a life which is meant for something higher. धर्मो ही है ना पशु भी समाना. Because a dog has a body, a cat has a body, a tree has a body. We have a body, but our body is meant to use for something else.
And I think happiness is related with soul directly because we cannot say success is related directly with body, okay, and soul. But happiness is always related directly with soul.
Correct. Correct. And that is the reason why is happiness related to soul? Because the character of the soul is Sat Chit Anand. आत्मा का जो स्वभाव है, it is Sat Chit Anand. This Anand feature of the soul is driving us to be happy because we are the soul, we are not this body.
So if we can say success is 1 point, so happiness is the plus 1 point in respect to that.
Jitni muh utni baat. I leave it over there. All right. Any other questions? Anything else which you would like to ask, or else we can have a quick. Yes, ma'am.
What comes to mind is आपके आने से पहले मैंने ये बोला भी था यहाँ पे कि हम सुनते बहुत कुछ है वो भूल जाते हैं। कारण ये है कि कहीं ना कहीं गैप्स हैं। जो आप कह रहे हो वो पता हमें भी है, पर उसको उस तक पहुँचने में बड़े गैप्स हैं। जैसे हम कहते हैं कि सक्सेस फॉर एग्जांपल, वी बीन ब्रॉट अप, पढ़ो, स्कूल जाओ, काम करो, ये करो, वेले क्यों बैठे हुए हो, सब वो है ना। तो सक्सेस हमारा पार्ट बन गया है और उसमें कोई बुरी बात नहीं है। महाभारत का युद्ध भी तो कृष्णा ने जीता था, वो भी तो सक्सेस ही थी ना। हार जाते युद्ध, छोड़ देते सक्सेस, उन्होंने भी तो करके दिखाया ना। कर्म योग, ज्ञान योग, भक्ति योग, सारे स्टेप्स उन्होंने भी दिए हैं, तो हम भी ले रहे हैं। What you're trying to tell us, don't get too much absorbed into one thing and keep your focus on the ultimate goal, the ultimate Krishna.
What we are trying to say, Mataji, is have a balance in life. As simple as that.
And I'm pretty sure all of us in this room, we all have God in our minds, but everybody's truth is different. Everybody's God is different. There's no one way. There are so many multiple ways. Everybody has its own way to achieve God or aspire for God or meet God.
So we don't disagree. We respect it.
We all have our own way. I'm pretty sure we all know we want God, or we have seen God, or we want to meet God, something like that. But right, you're telling us read the book to get more absorbed into it. Listen, sadhu के संगति में रहना. That's very very important. Very important.
हम वही बात कर रहे हैं. All what we are requesting people. Where did we start? Sang वैसा
The
नाम.
more we meet, the
Where are we ending? Again,
the
associate.
more we meet.
All what we are requesting is associate, connect, aspire, adjust. Simple, very simple basics.
और आपका वो पॉइंट बहुत अच्छा है। आजकल लोग बच्चों को कह रहे थे इसकी मर्जी है, he will decide. अरे come on, ये आपका फुकरापन है, फुकरापंती हो रही है सारी, और कुछ नहीं हो रहा।
हम अपने बच्चे को ना किसी चीज पे फोर्स नहीं करते।
फुकरापंती है।
उसका बच्चा क्यूमन जाता तो मेरा बच्चे को क्यूमन भी जाता, उसका बच्चा स्विमिंग जाता तो मेरे बच्चे को पानी में डुबाता हूँ, हाँ राइट। उसका बच्चा मार्शल आर्ट जाता तो मेरे बच्चे को ये करवाता हूँ। लेकिन मंदिर जाना नहीं, वी डोंट फोर्स। हाँ, वी आर वेरी मॉडर्न। Am I right? ऐसा होता है ना, सुना है, करते हो, सुना है, पता नहीं।
सब बोलते हैं आजकल फैशन हो गया, फैशन है।
It is a fashion not to have a religion in life. पता है आपको?
It's a fashion.
It is a fashion that I don't believe in anything, huh? I think everything is same, huh? शर्म फील करते, don't feel they're proud.
और कुछ बुरा होता है तो भगवान सबसे पहले उनको याद आता है।
So, one last thing, if you don't have any questions, we have a lot of books over here. If you don't have few copies of Bhagavad Gita or any spiritual books, yoga books, my humble request to all of you, please take these books home, read it, and change your life. There are a lot of books over here. My request, Amit Prabhu is there. You can take the books from him. Take the books, read it, and give it to others. Take the books and read it to others. So it is having books at home is like having something higher at home, and having Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita at home is like having Krishna at home. अगर ये भागवतम घर पे आ गई ना, अगर आपने खोली भी नहीं इसे, even if you don't open it, your life will change. Please do not open it. मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. Bhagavad Gita, right? It is one of the books which people, I know someone who has read 400 times. That devotee is a Western devotee, 40 years से भक्ति में है, सन्यासी है, प्रहलाद महाराज. 400 times he has read Bhagavad Gita. हम translation पढ़ते हैं और purport पढ़ते हैं, he doesn't even read the purport, वो बोल देते हैं. And he said, every time I read Bhagavad Gita, I get new and new and new and new value out of it. After reading 400 times, and he's a Western devotee. और हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, मेरा भारत महान. आज देखो कितने झंडे गड़ेंगे. 7:30 के बाद हर घर पे ऐसा लगेगा कि क्या हो गया है. लेकिन भगवत गीता लोगों ने कितने बार पढ़ी है. मेरा भारत महान बोलने में For cricket, yes, but for what Bharat is ready to give to the world, people are not taking it. Once, हमारे जो श्रीला प्रभुपाद जी है, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, he went to UK, London, and the journalist asked, Swamiji, why did you come here? Very simple question. Why did you come here? And Prabhupada ji ने इतना अच्छा जवाब दिया. He said, you forgot to take something when you came to our country. I'm here to give you that. इंडिया को लूट के गए ब्रिटिश, लेकिन भगवत गीता ना ली. स्वामी जी बोलते हैं I'm here to give you that. So similarly, wherever we are, इंडिया में हो, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में हो, मेलबर्न में हो, इंडियन हो, गुजराती हो, पंजाबी हो, सरदार हो, भगवत गीता is not a religious book. Bhagavad Gita is not a religious book, it is a book of lifestyle. Bhagavad Gita is not a set of commandments, it is a set of companionship. And अगर हम नहीं करेंगे तो अपने बच्चे नहीं करेंगे. Of this there is no doubt. हम लोग बोलते हैं we don't force our kids. Doesn't matter. At least you understand and become an example to your kids. That is the reason Ramayana teaches us how to lead a life. Mahabharata teaches us how to live a life, and Bhagavatam teaches us how to live the life. जीवन कैसा छोड़ा जाता है. ठीक है, we do while we are waiting for the Kirtan team, we do a very quick recap. I'll request people who are over here, if you can just explain one point. What is your takeaway point from today's discussion? One point. Mataji, we'll start with you. What is your key takeaway point? Yes, one point. What are you?
3 A's.
Yes. Okay, I'll request everybody to pay attention. Yes, 3 A's.
So adjust your expectations, accept life as it comes, and aspire to be connected.
Aspire for connection. Thank you, Mataji. Kya naam hai aapka?
Shruti.
Shruti. My sister's name is Shruti. Thank you. I will never forget this. Okay, what else? Yes, Mataji, aapka naam?
Association and connection.
Okay, association and connection. Thank you. Right-minded association, not like-minded. Changu and Mangu can be like-minded. But if you have the right-minded association, it is completely different. Thank you. Kya naam hai Mataji?
Rishu.
Julie took your right. Yes, Rishi Madai. Okay, what else? Just raise your hand and mic will come. Raji Prabhu wants to say something.
We discussed between A and C. So the difference between A and C, the A stands for like the choice is ours. So from B to C, sorry.
B to D. B to D.
The birth and that. So it's our choice. Where we are.
What choice are we making? Life is a beautiful journey between birth and death. And the C between B and D represents the choice what we make. Thank you. Karthik, it's your month and you can say something.
The 5 C's are coins, crime, cricket,
Phone a friend.
character,
Character.
and celebrity and climate.
Climate. Thank you, Karthik. Please give a round of applause for Karthik. Very good boy. Thank you. Anybody else? 1 point. What is the important thing you have taken home? Are you going to take home? Anybody?
The other 5 C's.
What are the other 5 C's? Divya Madhavi. Mike. So beautiful life consists of beautiful 5 C's.
Character,
Beautiful character,
company,
beautiful company,
and culture,
beautiful culture,
contribution,
beautiful contribution,
connection.
beautiful connection. So this is the 5 C's. So we spoke about 11 C's. C is a choice, the 5 C's which Karthik mentioned and the 5 C's which Divya Mataji mentioned. So we have 5 karmendriyas, 5 gyanendriyas and 1 mind. So if we have this 11 into 11, and India will win the cricket match. 11. We are after 11. Yes, what else?
Happiness and success. Success is not on body basis. It should be in us and it is from soul.
Sure. Thank you. Very important point which Nidhi Mataji has mentioned. Whenever we think about anything, we should think, is it on a bodily platform or a platform of soul? soul. The moment you think from an eternal perspective, from the soul perspective, then it is eternal. Thank you. My rescue team is over here. We have the Kirtan team. Okay, one last point when people just come and settle down.
We want God's mercy and love.
We want God's mercy. And how do we get God's mercy? What is the first finger? Effort. The two fingers of Damodar month is first is effort. हम कितनी मेहनत करते हैं भगवान के पास जाने में? Right? Krishna says, we take one step towards God, and God takes 100 steps. तू एक पैसा दोगे तो वो 10 लाख देगा. किसने बोला है? बॉलीवुड डालो. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, प्रदीप प्रभु जी आइए, मना मत करिए. तू एक पैसा देगा तो वो 10 लाख देगा. Similarly, we take one step towards the God, and Krishna takes 100 steps towards us. Anything anybody would like to add? Alright, if not, thank you so much. We'll stop over here. So according to Ayurveda, we should have 50% of the stomach with food, 50% of the stomach with air, and 50% of the stomach with food, 25% of the stomach with air, and 25% of the stomach with sweets. Right? The black okay? 25% with water. So have more sweets today. It's a very auspicious day. We have a lot of prasadam. Enjoy yourself and thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yogeshwar Guru Prabhu ki jai. Priya Vashaka Mata ji ki jai.